Guys, welcome back for another video. Today what we're going to talk about is Anime Vanguard's copyright situation because it is going to be releasing very soon, and today I'm with a special guest. So special guest, introduce yourself please.
What's up guys, Perry here. You guys might know me from some of my previous videos that I've made on AnimeDefenders, Anime Last Stand, or most notably my videos complaining about AnimeDefenders because those seem to be the most popular.
Yeah.
But I am honored to be invited for this video with AB Plays, where we will be talking about the copyright situation of Anime Vanguards.
Yeah. So, okay, first and foremost, we're gonna start with AnimeDefenders because I think a lot of the people watching this might also be playing AnimeDefenders. So, number one complaint for AnimeDefenders is how most of its units actually look nothing close to the anime counterparts. Like Chance King looks like a hobo. Okay, Chance King looks like a hobo. Like, who's this guy? Okay, who's this guy supposed to be? Right? Like, who's Darkness King? So yeah, that's a big complaint that a lot of people actually have with AnimeDefenders, and it's actually one of the things that most people are very hyped about in Anime Vanguards. But the problem is, AnimeDefenders actually has issues with copyright. Like, the reason why they aren't changing the models is because of copyright. And some of you guys might be saying, well, the other games like Anime Last Stand don't get copyrighted. Well, that's because Anime Last Stand is not near the size of AnimeDefenders. AnimeDefenders is averaging around 200,000 players daily. Even though most of those are alts, that's still pretty bad in my opinion. Alright, so now I'm gonna ask our special guest here today, what do you think is gonna happen with Anime Vanguards about the copyright situation?
Well, a lot of people have been speculating that the Anime Vanguards models look a little too close to the source material, and to be honest, I'm gonna have to agree. The problem I think Anime Vanguards has, mainly, is that they're really relying on the Anime Adventures aesthetic in order to gain popularity and a lot of people to be hyped for their game. But this also comes at the price of making the exact same mistake that Anime Adventures did, which is stealing IPs that they don't have the rights to in order to make their game seem more realistic to the actual anime. And although this is a good short-term solution for gaining more players and making people hyped for the game, because who doesn't want to play an anime game where the units actually look like the anime?
Like you were mentioning that who doesn't want to play a game where the units actually look like the anime counterpart, right? Well, the thing is, AnimeDefenders can most definitely get their units to look exactly like the anime counterpart. But why aren't they actually making their units look close to the anime counterpart? Haven't any of you guys asked this question? Well, that's because, number one, AnimeDefenders is, again, the biggest anime game on Roblox. Okay, one of the biggest anime tower defense games on Roblox. It's one of those games that is very reliant on using the IP of IP holders. Like games like Bloxfruits, they aren't using characters from One Piece. They're barely using characters from One Piece. But AnimeDefenders, they are, and Anime Vanguards also will be using or is using characters from the actual IP. So for example, Alucard looks exactly like Alucard from. So Alucard looks exactly like the Alucard from Hellsing. So there is risks of copyright. Like there's no other games out there apart from the anime tower defense games that actually copies the IPs of some of these IP holders, which is why it's more risky for tower defense games, right? And again, Anime Vanguards will be reaching the level of AnimeDefenders. So, in terms of player count, Perry, what do you think Anime Vanguard's player count will look like?
Well, on release, I think this game is easily gonna break 100,000 plus players because, if you guys just look at the trailer, that thing got like 50k views with like maybe an hour or two of being out. Like insane popularity. There is a die-hard community, a huge fan base for this game. For a game they haven't even played yet, that just goes to show how hyped up this game is. Anime Vanguards has yet to be released, tested out, or played by the public. It's been super duper closed access with only the testers and the early access people getting to actually play it, but obviously they don't get to talk about it. 99.9% of the player base has never set foot in that game, but they will live and die by Anime Vanguards. And I think that just goes to show how dedicated the player base is, meaning that on release, I am easily expecting this to have huge numbers that rival Anime Defenders and numbers that might potentially beat out the old Anime Adventures back when it was in its prime. Just because there's been so much hype and build up for the release of this game, as well as multiple delays which, although have made the community pretty unhappy, I think were well-deserved delays, because now that we're seeing the final product of the trailer, you can tell that it's a very, very polished end product. The game looks good, animations and VFX look fluid, but at the same time, the units look very, very, very close to their original anime counterparts.
So yeah, again, like Perry said, like my partner here said, Anime Vanguards is almost definitely gonna reach or gonna come close to the Anime Defenders numbers. Anime Defenders is averaging around 200,000 players right now, and if Anime Vanguards even breaks 100k, which it will definitely break 100,000 players, chances are they will be receiving, or they might be needing to change some of these units. Again, most games out there, most anime tower defense games out there don't reach 100,000. Okay, Anime Adventures in its prime, I don't think Anime Adventures in its prime even broke 100,000. But right now, the only tower defense game casually hitting 100,000 is Anime Defenders, and Anime Vanguards will probably reach that same numbers as well. And if they do, the problem here, this is when the problem starts, okay? This is when we will probably see if copyright will be an issue for them, right? Because for Anime Last Stand, it's not that big of an issue because they aren't nearly as big. But for Anime Vanguards, which will probably most definitely be big, that's when copyright will probably be an issue. We will see if they will be dealing with copyright. Because honestly, if Anime Vanguards doesn't, get copyright striked from their units, then I think honestly Anime Defenders should change their units to look more like the anime counterparts as well. Because what's the point, right? For our end segment, I'll let Perry talk first. What's your ending thoughts on Anime Vanguard's copyright situation?
Well, all in all, I think that Anime Vanguards, their biggest fatal flaw is also going to be one of the things that made them the most popular, and that's going to be their models. Because although myself included, we all love seeing those super cool, flashy anime characters that look like they're straight from the series, the IP holders and corporations behind those animes will not be very happy and will definitely sue Anime Vanguards if they get on the radar. Which is why I think they're either going to have to remodel the whole game a month after release, or they're just going to pull another Anime Adventures and get taken down completely.
Yeah. This is, by the way, only our thoughts. Things might be different. But again, Anime Adventures, Anime Last Stand, they haven't reached the numbers that Anime Defenders is reaching. And Anime Defenders is the only game out there of this size as a tower defense game, and you can see that its models are different. So for the people out there asking why the Anime Defenders models look super different, it's because number one, they're the biggest tower defense game out there, way bigger than Anime Adventures ever was, and way bigger than Anime Last Stand is, and that's probably why they have copyright issues, right? They most definitely have copyright issues, which is preventing them from changing the units to look close to their anime counterpart. Because let me ask you guys a question. Why would the Anime Defenders developers, why would they want to make units that they know will not perform as well as the units that are going to be anime counterparts, right? That are going to be one-to-one with the anime. There is no reason, apart from copyright and being safe, that Anime Defenders owners and developers will not be making one-to-one copies of animes, of the anime characters and units. So we will see how Anime Vanguards will be dealing with this, if they already have a plan in place, if they already bought the IP. But chances are they are going to get in some form of trouble that they're gonna have to fix eventually. We're just gonna have to see what that is. So yeah, hopefully Anime Vanguards does well, because me and Perry, we're gonna be testing it out tomorrow as well. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to Perry. Perry, say your goodbyes now, buddy.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sub to AB, and have a great day.
Yeah, thanks guys.
つまらない過去に縛られてないかい